Test, test. How about that? I mean to have to walk around with my headset on. You can probably hear me now. As I got my headset with my mic and my, which is not really what I wanted to do. Test, test. I hear me. How about that? I mean to have to walk around with my headset on. You can probably hear me now. Okay, as I got my headset with my mic and my, I'm gonna mute. Which is not really what I wanted to do. Okay. So, test, test. We got sound. I hear me. How about that? Yeah, but I have to walk around with my headset on. That is not what I planned on doing. I'll have to. You can probably hear me now. Because I am doing first time. I got my headset with my mic. IP webcam on too. Are you hearing it double now? What I wanted to do. Okay. So, test, test. We got sound. I hear me. How about that? Yeah, but I have to walk around with my
You hear
headset
double?
on. That is not what I planned on doing. I'll have to. You can probably hear me now. Because I am doing first time. I got my headset with my mic. IP webcam on too. Are you hearing it double now? What I wanted to do. Okay. Let me go through and see if I turn it off on everything else. I hear me. Hold on a second. Yeah, but I have to walk around with my
You hear
headset
double?
on. That is not what I planned on doing. I'll have to. You can probably hear me now. Because I am doing. Okay. So, how's it now? Because I was listening to it. Okay. No, I don't think I have anything looping. Yeah, I don't hear multiple and yay! Okay, so I just have to figure out how to do this because like I was saying, I have IP webcam on my Pocophone and so fortunately I can edit this out later. This is just between you and me. I knew there was going to be something or other that happened because it always happens that way. Yeah, so apparently I can't use my little furry one and I've been trying to find, I just rearranged a bunch of stuff and I was trying to find my lavalier. I couldn't find it. So yeah, I was just wanted to make sure that that you could hear, but I can see it. So I'm gonna have to do some manipulating to try and figure out. But you can see the case. You can see. Well, thank you for that. It's my first time, so I've been doing videos on this channel for a while, and I stream game-wise, but you know, you're just looking at the screen. All right, so let's see what we want to do here. I've had this stuff for a year. It's been sitting because I really wanted a better graphics card. So this isn't going to be necessarily a how-to. I've been building these since I've been building computers for a long time. Used to build them with multiple spinning hard drives and DVD-RWs and stuff like that. So this, I'm going to keep seeing, so. I decided to go with a mid-tower versus a shoebox or a full tower or. Yeah, I bought this, I think, let's see, which one did I buy first? What I tend to do is that I will buy, as Newegg is having their little sales, they have their special little sales every day, and you go through and you look, and I knew I wanted to get, I have a full built um, desktop, but the only reason I'm really upgrading a bit is because I wanted more RAM. This one uses GDR3, and when I point back there, I have a desk there with a tower with everything in it. But it's kind of hard because I can hear myself. Maybe I should. Is there something else I'm playing? Because I can hear myself too. Oh, but I need to be able to hear you. It's going to loop for like a split second, so I have to be able to see. Okay. Let me stop this. Or at least mute it. Okay. So I went with my current machine's Intel. I think it's a quad core, and I wanted to upgrade because I have been doing a lot more video editing, and I play a lot of games. A lot of the games I play don't require a whole lot, but I don't play Call of Duty or some of the other ones that require more. But I wanted to upgrade because I wanted to upgrade my RAM, so I got this and that, and I think I need to double check, but I think I can go up 2 more versions. And the other thing that was important for me on this motherboard was I wanted PCIe 4. This one has just for future proofing. I had someone tell me, oh, you don't need PCIe 4 because PCIe 4 you don't. No, we're going to need PCIe 4. So I went ahead and got it with PCIe 4. There it is. And yeah. And I wanted, and I got the RAM, DDR4. Which one did I get? I think I got 3600. Faster RAM, a little bit more RAM. I went from 16 gigs DDR3 to 32. So, yeah, I've got about two 1 terabyte SSD, and I'll probably get. I have a spinner in there that's 4 terabytes in my current one, and I may get another. I'm debating whether or not to get a spinner at all, because but they're cheap, still cheaper for storage. So, are you still hearing an echo, or is it okay? Or is it just me hearing it? All right, so we're going to get started with this. It is so pretty. I have taken it out of here like 2 or 3 times. Can you see it? Let me see. Let me go ahead and go to live and see if you can see the actual. Open it up. Let's go to the end. Okay, good. You don't have echo. Okay. And I'm turn that off. Okay. 1 second. I'm gonna make sure I don't have a browser open on my desktop that I'm watching it. Ha ha ha! I have discovered the echo. So, ta-da! I had a tab open with me with my channel because I was double checking it. Okay. So, yeah, you can see me somewhat. All right. You don't need to see entirely. zoom out a little bit. Let's see how close. Oh yeah, it's pretty close, huh? Just a second. It's a little delayed. I did turn it down. I may have to just move the camera up a smidgy. I'm afraid to touch the phone and then bork it, to be honest. Is that any better? Let's see if I move this way. Oh, that's the wrong way. Probably this way. Oh, all right. It's a little better, I guess. I'll just lift it up a bit or down. Okay, well, like I said, I was a little discombobulated because I was hearing myself, so I couldn't tell what I was doing next. Let's put the aces, set this here, over there. Hello, little. Are you the standoffs? No. Are you? You look teeny weeny to be standoffs. That's what it looks like. But yes, this is a good motherboard. A little better, yeah. Let's see if I can adjust it a little more. How was that? Let's see if we can see. I have a delay on here that I'm seeing. Crinkle, crinkle. This way. Oh, I see what you meant. So you want to get the whole thing in. Watching to see how that is. There's so much stuff on here. Horton Hears a Who all over my thing. I'm looking to see how that looks. So you need more? I pushed it up a little bit. Okay. Do you need it further down so you can see? I'm wearing my glasses right now, so I'm hoping. Yes. In fact, my last board was an Asus. Well, actually, I take that back. It was my last board an Asus. No, it was an Intel, so I couldn't tell you right now what it is. But that was the one that I also built. It's so pretty. I don't know what it is. And I really, really wanted an IO. You can see that? Like this. I know that's kind of childish, but I wanted a harder IO that I didn't have to try and adjust in there. Just looks a lot classier, but it's a little pricier, more expensive that way. So, let me see what that looks. Oh, that looks good. Move that. I only have like a 1070 graphics card right now, so it's for now. I'm hoping to save up and then go and do the other. All right. These are M.2s, I think. Let's open these up real quick and let's see. Yes, they're M.2s. I haven't looked at these, and like I said, in a year they've been sitting there. In fact, my first video that I did on this channel, you could see the CPU in the back. Then it's been a year. I'm like, why are you not? I was kind of waiting for chips. You know, they were having issues with the chips and the graphics card. And I admittedly am one of those people that used to do the mining for the Bitcoin and stuff. So this graphics card comes from my partner and I. We have a mining rig. So we had a bunch of 1070s and 1080s back in 2017. And so that's what I'm using for now. But this is M.2. I'm not going to put it in right now. I'm just going to take them out because I need to put the CPU in first. But I'm hoping I'm saving up so I can get, ooh, that is so pretty. So pretty. Yep, okay, keep that. Put it over there. Nice. I'm looking at it when you guys aren't seeing it. So that's pretty. So there's, I will probably just post, hopefully if it posts, we'll have to see how the graphics card acts. But I won't be installing any software or anything, so that's pretty nice looking. So I got 2 of those, so that's 2 terabytes. One will have the operating system, and the other one will have other stuff, my apps and stuff, and then I will probably get either a spinner or another SSD of some sort to put to store, because one of the things this machine is going to be is for editing videos and stuff. But can you see pretty good? Yeah, just when my arm is over the top of it. It's actually perspiring in here. I live in Arizona. It's been hot and muggy for a while now. We had some pretty bad storms about a week and a half ago. Trees were falling all over the place, and fortunately the tree that I had in my backyard fell the last time. So it didn't fall this time. Alright, pardon my head. And then there's the other one. So that's pretty simple. So that's my storage. Okay. So first thing we got to do, let's take this out of its case. I used to use Linux. I don't do it so much because of the type of work I do. I'm going to grab my stool and sit on it real quick while I'm doing this. We used to, my partner and I used to run, excuse me, co-location, because we used to run servers for like a special content management system that was based on Python and Zope, and it was called Plone. And we used to run, we had an entire rack, and we had a whole bunch of servers, and we hosted sites that were running that particular software. So I haven't done as much of this lately. I haven't really had to, but I did do that. And I used to run Linux a lot more, and KDE, and I really loved their how much you could customize their GUI and stuff. Woohoo! AMD. Look at that pretty. Oh, sorry guys. I'm sitting here doing this for myself. You guys get to see sometimes. Yeah. I've played some games on Linux. It's been a while. Okay, so here's the Ryzen 5 3600. I think this was 6 cores. It was still like nearly $300, but I bought it before all the chip stuff. So it's not bad. Let me know if the sound goes out or if you lose. I'm watching it at the same time. Let's not put that on that side. Oh, you know, I hope there's... Guess what? Haha. I don't have any woody face that you're supposed to put on there. Is it in here? Nope. I don't have, what do you call the thing? I thought it came with the CPU. So I may have to say, I may put it in there and tell people to make sure that they have their face. The goop that goes on there. I don't think the motherboard has it, does it? I emptied out the case. What did I do with it? Tossed it somewhere. Oh, it's right there. Oh, I didn't get any. There isn't any in there. Alright, well, maybe there's already some on it. I may have to take the thing apart again to put stuff on it. Alright, so I am going to lift up the thing like that and find the corner. See my little glasses, I can see it. There's a little white. There it is. Went right in. No problema. I'm concerned I don't have any of that stuff. I don't know what I should do about that. Well, we'll put this on for now. Why can't I remember what that stuff is called? Oh, there you go. I just had to put the thing on the outside of it so it sticks. That feels fine. Make sure I do this in the right direction. Do I have to undo that? I think that has to come out. Seems to me they've changed something, so let's make sure before I go poking at stuff. I think I have to take that off. Seems to me you have to unscrew that because there's no way that that's gonna. Motherboard installation. Cooling system installation. Ah, thermal. I don't have any thermal paste. I may have to postpone that. I don't feel comfortable putting this on here without any thermal paste. And that was under the impression that CPU comes with thermal paste. It looks like it has a. This looks like. Can you see that? I'm a little anxious about it because I mean, it does have, it looks like a thermal, what you call it? This stuff looks like that stuff. Yeah, I didn't see any thermal paste. Where is that one little thing with the sticky? Had a sticker that came with this thing, with the CPU. But there's no thermal paste in here, which is surprising to me because I don't remember there not being any. All right, well, you know what? It seems to me like we'll be okay. I'm not planning on putting this into play until next week because I have to work tomorrow and I don't want to install everything before I start work because I have an interview to run and a few other things for work. So let's see. I think I'm supposed to take those plastic thingies off. It has been a little bit since I've built one from scratch. So we used to, the way that we had to build ours, I have some of the older computers. I have like one out in the, front room. But it seems to me it's always come with thermal paste. So I will have to double check on that. Which screwdriver? Yeah, so I'll put it together and then just let it sit here. I'm not going to fire it up, I don't think. Oh, let me see. Hey. Okay. But I'm not going to fire it up until I double check to make sure the thermal paste, that this is supposed to be the thermal paste. And I'll do that off screen. But what I need to do right now is take that off because these actually, I'm going to leave it off. I know it sounds kind of, but I'm going to leave that off just to remind myself that I need to do that. So I'm going to put this back. I will leave the CPU on there for now, and I will double check to see whether or not we need to do thermal paste. Let me put this in safely so it doesn't get dusty or ruined. Put it back in there. Yeah, so we'll do that later. So pretend I put that in there. Pretend I put thermal paste on. Man, I think I'm doing worse than that other channel. At least I'm not telling people to use bread ties. All right, so there's a fan. I'm going to go ahead and load up the which faces? Okay, the RAM. Ripjaw's a pretty good brand. If I only had 2 of these, then we would do them 1 and 3 or 2 and 4. Most likely 1 and 3 in the rack, the thingies. Make sure, nope, wrong way. Seated. So what I'll probably do is do another finish it up next weekend. I'm going to put everything that I can put in here in, leave it, and finish it building it next week. Fortunately, this is my workbench, so it's not a big deal if I don't finish it all today, and then I will double check on that. I'm just really surprised there wasn't some already in there. It's been a while because the last time was an Intel, and I think is that seated right? Give me a second. My eyes aren't great, so I need a second to, oh, other way. Okay. This should seat. Pretty. Yeah, I have 3D printers too. I have one 3D printer. I just have the Ender, like the starter one. But my partner is getting his 4th and 5th printer. He has a an artillery. Well, he has an Ender like me, and he has an artillery, and he has one of those great big cubes, super cube, and he's building a Voron 2.4, and there was another one he was gonna do too. He's really, really into the 3D printers. I have a little Ender that I like too. I might get one for some other, yeah, but I don't typically build. I build one for myself on occasion, Okay, are these all seated? 2, 3, 4. I love this motherboard. It is a Gorgeous motherboard. So we will probably won't put it back into the case until next week. I'll do another quick stream and we'll finish this up. But I will put everything else in because I really don't want to risk, because I don't build computers on a regular basis, so I don't have any of that paste around. And it didn't dawn on me that it wouldn't come with it. Yeah, I really, and it's funny. I mean, it's on my channel, but I built. It was interesting building, leveling the bed. It's just really tough. Okay, so can you guys still see this? All right. So again, probably what I'll do is I'll chop this up, this build, and then do a video of just the build with all the extra bits out. Okay. So SSDs are relatively new. Not new, but it goes here. Right. You do. I'll put the SSDs in, and then I'm not going to put the graphics card in yet either. Okay. Come here, little screwdriver. The boyfriend bought me this. Look at how many. And it's not an iFixit. I have a little iFixit, but this has like a gazillion trillion little things on it. And this and that. Oh, these are awesome. They come in handy. Cards. So yeah, a whole bunch of them. And now I have to figure out which one fits in there. Which one? It's a Phillips screwdriver. The other thing I like to do is I'm in a chorus, so I sing a lot. Sometimes to annoyingness. Oh, don't scratch my pretty. My pretty. Okay, that's not big enough. How about this one? You could be here all day just watching me try to find the right size. I should have got my other one that's... Aha! I take that back. There you go. Are these magnetic ones? Oh, let me grab... I'm so prepared. Magnetic bowl for the win. Okay. Yeah, I really like my 3D printer. Boyfriend got it for me for last year, and building it was interesting because I hadn't built something like that before. I totally guessed on this. I'm pretty sure. Come on, you can do it. Come on out. So yeah, we'll do a part 1, part 2, and next week I will get myself some with your face. I'll order myself some of that because I'm not comfortable. I know I'm going back and forth on topics. Alright, so we're going to take this out. I thought this had 2 M2 slots. Am I going to have to put it on the back? Let me look at the book. I'm not using just the regular. I did the one that goes on the radiator. I don't tend to use those. Do you? I'm just using the one that comes with the CPU. I'm not that, although I watch all of those channels. Linus, Jay's 2 Cents, Bitwit, you know. So I know what those are. The radiators that go on the top here. I don't do any water cooling or anything like that. This is for the power supply. Did I pull up the wrong thing? Oh, is that what those little bitty screws are for? There was a little bag with some little screws. When's the last time you built a machine? You installed Linux on it, right? So you don't have to have as much stuff. So it's supposed to go this, and then that's what the bitty screws for, right? There's my little bitty bag of screws. Remember I was saying earlier they were too small for standoffs? Is that you right there? Itty bitty baby ones? That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, I don't know. I've thought about doing the one, I've never built a machine that had the 3 fans with the cooler that goes on top. Does it really make that much of a difference versus the one that comes stock? The fan that comes stock? Keep in mind I've been building them for 20 years, so. Though, doesn't seem like it today, does it? Anyways, I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put this in, and let's see. I'm going to wait and get some witchy face, some stuff that goes on the CPU. I have a Ryzen 5 3600 X, I think. Yep, 3600X, 6 core, 12 thread. Yeah, I've watched a bunch of different people using that in particular, but I wasn't sure just how much, because that would up the price a little bit, right, overall? Buying the fans, the radiator that goes on the top here. Yeah, we'll do a part 2 next weekend. I'm not going to be able to set it up today anyway because I've got, like I said earlier, I'm not going to be able to do anything else. So maybe next week what we'll do is I'll get the stuff for the CPU and finish the build and have it post and install. Unfortunately, I have to do Windows because of the type of work I do. But in the past, what I've done is I've installed a Linux on a VPN with KDE. This poor guy is too. My headset went boop. Yeah, so I wound up having to wear my headset anyways. I'm going to have to figure that out. I do kind of sort of like this IP webcam though. I mean, if nothing else, I figured out that I can do that. You know, so I'm sitting so you can't see me. I'll have to adjust the camera a little bit for that going forward. But very cool. Two webcams on Streamlabs. So that's pretty awesome. Are you tiny enough? Yeah, I think I'd be more comfortable going ahead and getting the paste. For some reason, I just assumed, you know, that it came with it. I mean, last time I built my machine, I was at my partner's house. Okay, good. That was part of the reason I wanted to do this today. Because I plan on doing some other, I might get another printer, 3D printer, you know, and do a stream about that. There's just other things I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure it would be okay. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'll finish putting. Well, that was wonderful, Donna. Where's my little? Does this thing have magnetic on the end? Ha! Hee hee hee. I love magnetic. But when we put together my other machine at the partner's house, it had. I don't think these fit. He has a half rack with multiple servers, mining rig, um, multiple computers all over the house. So finding paste was not a problem. So it didn't even dawn on me that I wouldn't have paste for this. So we'll do that next week. I'll order some paste, or I'll go get some from him, and then I'll finish off the build and with some paste or whatever. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about. I'll stick with that fan for now, but I haven't really latched on to a lot of the changes that have been going on with building. I don't think this fits. Is it supposed to be the one that? Oh, wow. Does this one fit? Feeling like a failed. There we go. That one fits. So that little bitty one was not it. At least I think it fits. And I think I just used the. No. So yeah, we always had everything right there. I never really, but now when COVID happened, I moved into my house and picked up my mom, and all the computer stuff is at his house. Oh, it does? You got cans of air. All right. So we made some progress. I've got some bits I can use when I do the final video. I'm going to hold off on putting this one on till next week. I'm going to. I just wanted to make sure that, and I wanted to see if this bench would work as well. So it looks like it does. And right now, thing is I'm wearing my headset from my computer. Oh, did you really? You know what I wound up doing? On my old machine, on the one that I'm using now, the one that's going to get replaced, I was having problems with, I have two 27, 28 inch 4K monitors that I bought like 3 years ago on Amazon. They were having it, on their Amazon Prime Day. And we wound up buying like a whole bunch of these monitors. Okay, so I have 2 of them. Well, I was streaming games and stuff, and my one monitor on the left-hand side would, I promise you I'm getting to the point here, but the one monitor on, it was the right-hand side, would just shut off randomly while I was in the middle of the game. And I couldn't figure out, and it wasn't just that it went dark, it would just shut off. So I couldn't figure out for the longest time what is going on, what is wrong with my computer, da da da. Well, apparently I had an old uh, power supply. I think it might have been a 450 PSU, and it didn't like uh, the graphics card, which wasn't really a high-end graphics card. It was a 1070 or 1080, and it didn't like, it couldn't power my graphics card. It could only power one monitor. So I had an old um, power supply, not modular, like a non-modular power supply, and there was like 400, 450, whatever. And I took out, while the machine was still up, took the power supply out and put in a modular one and redid it. And I think I actually had to cut some cords or something. I forget why that was. I had to cut a couple cables, so it wasn't even reusable. Yeah, I've been there. So for a while before I got the new, the new modular power supply, it was sitting, the old power supply was sitting on top of the case. So yeah, I've been there before. I know it seems like this was a failed attempt, but not really, because what I really wanted to do was see if the video would work, as I want to be able to be on camera. Of course, I'm short right now. I'm probably not on camera at the moment, but I'll have to work on that bit. But I wanted to be on camera and for, whatever I'm working on to be here. So this seems to work okay up here, but I need to work on that. And I was able to use IP webcam for both of them. I do have to figure out sound, because I don't know that I want to be wearing my headset the entire time, but if that's the way I have to do it, I'll do that. But I went, what, an hour or so? Something like that? It says started streaming 16 minutes ago, and that's not true. It started an hour ago. A little less than an hour ago. But yeah, this is a really super pretty. It's not supposed to be about it being pretty, but I like it. And I think I might have put the wrong screw in here, so I have to double check that too. We'll fix that next week. I'll slip this back into there so it's protected. I will make sure, because I don't want people watching me and then, that aren't as savvy as other people watching me, to find out that really needs this stuff. And I don't know why I can't remember what it's called, because I'm an old lady. That's why. Yeah, I've built some. I put some together in shoebox cases, and oh, and the other thing about this case is that the front can be changed, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if you can see the case from there. Probably not. I'll do probably a little harder to see. But the front of these fractal cases have like a little design type thing, and you can get different colors, red and I think blue and stuff. So that's kind of cool, being able to change it out sometimes. And I'm not really going for a color theme or anything, just wanted to put this together. So that's 32 gigs of RAM right there. DDR4 3600. It's a terabyte storage. I have to put this one. Honestly, I can't remember where the other one goes. Does it go in here too? This is relatively new for me, the NVMe stuff, the M2. And I don't do this for a living, like I said. I build my own and this one's been sitting for a year. Is the other thing supposed to go in there? No, I don't see. Is it in all the way? Is there another? I thought there were 2 slots. 2 NVMe. Oh, you know what? On the back of the motherboard. I betcha. No? This one doesn't have it back of the motherboard? No, I know there's some that do. Where's the other NVMe slot on here? Yeah, I got another case because I'm going to use my other one, the one that I'm using for work right now. I'm going to be using that for some other stuff as a backup so I debated just taking everything out, but I needed my machine to be working for work, so I was on the fence about that. Because I'm perfectly happy with the one that I have now. It's slightly taller than this one. Same clear. I don't know, you probably can't see it because I got so much stuff right here. But I just wanted something that, because I'm going to do something with that other one, I think. So I was just going to build another whole one. That one's Intel. This one's AMD. Went with AMD because I just heard so much good stuff about it. So, and I had, like I said, bought this a year ago. I bought those SSDs. They were on sale. I'll put the numbers down in the description of the live. And then whenever I do the combination, I'm going to cut everything out I made a mistake on and make a video. You know. But yeah, it is a really nice motherboard. CPU is fine. I put it in correctly. I just don't have the stuff. So we'll do that next week. We'll put it in all the way. Finish putting the NVMe in. I will slip it in to the case. It's going to be really weird. It's been weird because when I used to build them 15 years ago, maybe 20, I don't know. But when we used to build them, the case was full. And you'd have to take the hard drive and do a master slave thingy with the DVD RWs and the CD drive, and they were just jam-packed. And now I was sitting there putting everything together, remembering, okay, what things do I need? I need a motherboard. I need CPU. I need storage. That's my storage right there. And this little teeny thing is storage. Although I hear the SSDs don't last as long. So that was a concern. But I think they last longer than the... Oh, and trying to travel with your PC. You remember that? Oh, I have an Octoprint. It's over there. My printer is over on the other side of the room, but I had a Raspberry Pi that I installed Octoprint on. Oh, that was the other thing I thought about doing, turning this PC into a server for the 3D printers. But I don't anticipate I'm going to have more than maybe 2. You know, I all the other ones are over at his house. But he got a super cube, and the super cube was so huge it was too hard to get through the front door. It came in a great big crate. They had to tear down the crate, so that was pretty crazy. We got it in there, but and that was really expensive. And then I think he got the artillery first. Then he got a super cube. And then I liked mine so much, he got himself an Ender. I think my favorite thing that I printed on my Ender, I know this is not was this thing. Can you see it? Let's see real quick. Give it a second and see if it shows up for me. I'm looking to see if you can see it. But this was the rainbow silk. What's your face? Don't know if it's showing up or not. Did it lock up? Oh, did you see it? Okay, because it's locked up on mine. But yeah, that was one of the first ones that I printed on my Creality Ender. I just absolutely, that's what got me, because I'm not really that mechanical or technical. But when I printed that thing on my own, yeah, it was pretty amazing. Excuse me, I need a drink. There was that. I printed some. I have a whole video I showed it, but I printed some. Oh, what do you call it? They spin, or little stars for the ornaments. Printed those for my sisters, and I printed some little snowflakes that you could put a picture in, and I printed a bunch of stuff. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, they've been pretty. I have to admit, when I first put it, I got the box, and when I got the box, I went, I can't. I'm supposed to build this because there's a lot that you have to put together, and so I did, and I was so proud of myself when I was done with that. Oh, and I put the Z-axis, the thing that goes across, goes back and forth, upside down. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I do. So, well, I figured it out, but the direct drive thingy, yeah. And so it was pointing. I put it on there, pushed it. You had the two vertical bars, and I pushed it down, and the um, extruder was pointing up. And I went, okay, wait, that doesn't look right. So I had to take it back off, turn it around, put it back down. So, but I did get it. And then leveling the bed is still somewhat of an issue for me, but getting it little by little. Yeah, we'll do. Oh, is this for another? Is that another M2? That looks like it might be another. It says right there, M.2. So, I remember the first time I saw motherboard ages and ages ago. That battery, the CMOS, was a big deal. Take the battery. Oh, I'm having a problem. Take the battery out. Put it back in. And we don't have to do that so much anymore. Or if there's issues with the date. Have you seen the Proper Printing guy? He's really good. He took the Ender and made it into folding printer. Oh, you made a motor mount. That's cool. So sound is still good, huh? I know there's a great big mess on the camera at the moment, but we'll do it next week. Maybe about the same time or so. I will get the goop and finish it off. I'm just glad that it sounds okay. Nobody, they can't really see me. I gotta figure out the see me part. Does it seem like it's frozen? I think so. Yeah, because I don't know what I need to do for that. Looks like the main camera might be, or maybe the, Let me, do you see my hand under there? Yeah, I don't see any need for it. It was funny because I bought my partner a magnifying light thing that he could, so he could work on some of his projects with the smaller stuff, right? So he went and he printed. He has a workbench, not quite like this one, not like the Smithfield Classic, but he has a workbench like this that has a pegboard on the back and drawers and the whole spiel. And he printed a thing to put, like a brace to hold it in. I thought that was the cutest thing because he just went through and and he went and he designed it in Fusion 360 and he put it up and he's had some people actually download it. Yeah, I'll sort it out. I think this was a really good exercise in figuring out what I need to do going forward. I mean, unfortunately, it kind of got stopped because of the issue. I'm not sure whether or not I need to get the goop, and I don't want to put the fan on there and find out and overheat my $300 CPU. Thank you. So we'll do that next time. And I will talk to the partner and see what he thinks I needed to do there too. And that's not, see, it's just, what is this? So you can't see, yeah, it looks like it's frozen. So I'll do some troubleshooting this week to try and figure out what's going on in that regard. But it is a really nice motherboard. I'm going to stick it back in here, like I said, put everything away, and then we'll try and finish it off next week when I get this stuff. I might even think about doing a cooler. We'll see how much they are instead of the stock one that comes with this. And the other thing I want to do is I want to upgrade my graphics card, but I can't do it quite yet. It'll be okay for now. Good enough. The big thing was I needed more RAM because of working in the editing software. I've got 16 gigs, which was okay. So I will let this sit this week and open it back up and do it next week and finish it off. But yeah, it's not moving at all. Bummer. Bummer. Oh, but you can kind of see me. I'm sitting on my stool right now, so if I do that, because I'm looking over there, so I can't tell. Wow, 130 millimeters a second. That's nice. Yeah. I spend a lot of time in that Reddit. Have you seen that? Have you seen the Voron? 2.4? You have an E3 in the corner, yeah. Because I'm sitting on my stool, so I'm kind of low. Um, yeah, the Voron 2.4, they have a Reddit where you can get your, like a certificate, or you get your serial number. You can get your serial number. And so I spent a lot of time this week picking out filament for the upcoming printers because the partner wanted me to choose colors, so we spent a lot of time. We look at filament a lot. Ooh, well, that's nice. I'll have to do, I'll do a live stream just talking about printers at some point. Like when I go to visit him, I'll have to take some video of the printers that he has, just so you can see. And then once he gets the Voron built, he's really excited about that. We're gonna get black frame and what's it called? Like a lilac and a couple other colors for the pieces. I'm also getting, I'm going to do an enclosure, I think, because when I bought this workbench, I was going to use it for my 3D printer. This is it's got a really nice wood on it and stuff, which is why I've got this black thing on. But but it takes up half. So if I want to do anything like build a printer, put another printer together, build a desktop, I should say, or build a printer or whatever. I didn't have any room on here. I had like half of it left. So I bought a couple of those IKEA lacks, and I'm gonna make one of those enclosures and put my 3D printer in it, and might get a second set because I'm kind of thinking I might want to get, I forget what those are called, the deltas, to make the jewelry and stuff. I might try one of those. I haven't, I only print in PLA. He prints in ABS, nylon, whatever. And we haven't tried resin. Have you tried resin yet? Yeah, I will. I'll go over and take a look at you. What day during the week? I'll definitely go over and take a look. As long as it's not in the middle of my work day. You're in Sweden, right? Wasn't that what you said? Just leave me a message in the live and just let me know what time, and I'll pop in and say hi. And I will probably do another one of these next week at 4. I should have everything I need for the bits, all the bits, and we can go from there. Put this together. And then maybe I'll do another one just on 3D printers and stuff. Usually Sunday. Yeah, we're kind of in the same space as far as the resin printers are concerned. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of mess. I'm not saying it's not possible that that'll happen. Oh, okay. That's not your channel. You're just telling me that that's a live. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll check a look. If it's on Sunday, it's not a problem for me work-wise. Just during the week, it's tough. Well, I am so glad that you were my first live stream person. I'm sure that I will knock this. I will get it figured out going forward. I was so anxious about this today. Things going wrong, etc., etc. But I think it'll be good. What was her name again? 3D Make It. Okay. I'll make a note of that. You're attending right? Oh, you attend on Sundays? Oh, today? Like now? I'll go take a look. No problem. But I think I'm going to call it because I did go an hour and a half. We did I did run into an issue that I didn't plan for, but it's not a big deal because I wasn't planning on using this machine for work this week anyway. And I'm going to have to, I really would rather use my lavalier, so I have to figure that out next time. And I have this one, I have this mic as well that with the little fuzzy little cat, what do they call this? Cat fur. And apparently plugging it into the phone does not turn on the sound. Here's the thing, does this have a sticky? Nope. Has a sticker for there. Oh, that's good. Okay. I will definitely pop in there. All right. Thank you very much, Luke. Lurk Plus? Lurk Plus, that's cute. I like it. And I will do this again. Do something. I'm going to start doing it, I think, at 4 o'clock on Sunday, which is a weird time of day, but at least I know I don't have anything going on at 4 on a Sunday for me here in Arizona. Oh, it's 2:30 in the morning. Wow. Very late. Very late for you. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I will make adjustments for it going forward. I appreciate you keeping me company on my first stream. Just wait, a year from now, you're going to be, I was the first one that went to her stream. Ah, you have your coffee. Yeah. Well, that's good. All right, Lurk Plus. I think I'm going to call it. I'm going to go over and stop the stream. I appreciate your time and your encouragement and your support, and I will probably see you next week. 2:30 in the morning is awful late for you, but we'll see. Just keep an eye on my channel, and I will schedule a stream. Maybe if I do it earlier, it won't be so hard on you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Amazing, even though I didn't have goop. We got stopped in our tracks, but that's all right. We had a lot of stuff that we could talk about anyway. So I'm pretty darn geeky. But I ran into an issue with that. I just thought that there would be some in there, but that's okay. All right, I am going to head over and turn off the stream. Thank you so much coming by, like I said. Yeah, we had a lockup. I got to figure out what the lockup is. Why it locked up. Okay. Thanks again for coming. I'll see you around. Okay. You have a good night. Get some sleep soon. 2:30 in the morning. All right. I'll talk to you next time.